Going.
How's it going?
We've got three of you. That's nice. Nice little treat. Where are you?
Saskatoon.
Saskatoon. How's Saskatoon this afternoon?
It's pretty desolate.
It's very flat.
Not really seen much of it yet, to be honest.
No, you've been stuck at the hotel.
Yeah. We just arrived, so we'll probably go out and have some lunch and go for a wander in a bit, see a bit of Saskatoon.
Yeah, nice. Well, I hope it's as nice as it is here in Montreal.
Yeah.
Good. You pick good weather at the moment, but the temperature drops fast. I'm warning you. Yeah, because you're here next week. You're here on the 11th. I think the temperature is like half what it is now next week. So,
Oh no!
Did not pack.
Yeah, we thought it was. It's rubbish.
You'll be all right. Hardcore. You're Brits like me, so you know what the weather's up and down.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chester.
Oh, right. How come you're in Montreal?
I met one of these Montreal girls.
All right.
You'll find out about Montreal girls next week.
Oh yeah. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, that'll make up for the weather. Yeah, but I'm from Chester. I used to live in Birmingham, but I also used to run a big club night in Bristol.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah. Friday nights at the Academy.
Ah, nice. That's cool.
It was a club called Ramshackle. I don't know if you ever heard of Ramshackle.
Yeah, I've been to that a few times.
Okay, well, I started Ramshackle. I actually came up with the name Ramshackle, so I have a bit of history with Bristol. So, yeah, great city. But how much history do you have with Canada?
Wow.
Our drummer's married to a Canadian, so
Yeah, who we met on tour when we were in Toronto.
Yeah.
See, Canadian girls, told you.
Yeah, so that's our connection, really.
Yeah. Did you play Toronto once? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other places? Have you been to Montreal before?
No. That before this tour, Toronto was the only place we'd played in Canada. Yeah.
Okay, and now you're out with Barnes.
Yeah.
So you seem to be getting on some good tours. How's that happening? Who's working these tours for you?
I think people just like us.
We got the same management as Barnes, so that helps.
Okay.
But we toured with him before and just got on really well with him, and just he's such a nice guy, and he likes the band, and so he asked us to come and do it again.
Do his fans like latch onto your stuff quite quickly?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's different, but it's in the sort of same area. I think it seems to work. It seems to work well.
You know, our live shows are both quite high energy, and I think that really works for the live show. So
the band's been going over 10 years now. How has what you saw the band at the beginning changed over time?
Well, we definitely are. We were definitely more focused on electronic kind of that side of music when we started, and we've kind of evolved more into, I don't know what we say evolved into.
Well, we always were like a sort of proper band, the housekeepers just knocking on the door.
It's probably, yeah.
No, it's housekeeper.
We're fine.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think we were always like a proper band.
Fresh towels I ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we started off being more electronic, but I think we've sort of got more into just being a real band, I suppose, playing properly and
Discovering our own style, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It takes a bit of time.
A lot of people say they can't really compare us to anyone, which we take as a compliment. So yeah.
If you started out more electronic, did you have extra instruments, or have they kind of been added along the way?
We've been in various bands before that were always kind of guitar-based bands.
Wanted to change, didn't we?
I think we were just like had enough of guitars,
And our first record was we were kind of wanting to do more, because of that, what Sam says. And then Andy Barlow, who's in Lamb, produced our first record, so that was a big influence on that too, because that's the side of the sort of area he's from. So he had quite an influence on that record and on us, really. But in just naturally in time, it's evolved into like something a bit different, really. Your
lyrics, a lot of them are like not like the happiest lyrics, the themes and stuff like that. But the music makes people want to dance and get up and have a good time. So how do you kind of balance that between the lyrical content and the vibe of the actual tune?
I think I'm a miserable bastard, and the guys were really happy. So we're constantly trying to balance that. But no,
I think it's partly to do when you're playing live, you don't want to bring people down, right? You want it to be high energy. You want it to be sort of dancing, have good grooves and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, we're not just a dance band. We're a sort of serious band, and we want to write about stuff that means something and is personal to us, so that it's got a bit of depth, basically. So it's kind of combining the stuff where we go out, we want to play live, and for it to be exciting and fun, but also music that's got depth and
it's got, you know, lyrically, to be able to sing it well and deliver it the way it should be delivered. It's got to be authentic to me, or it'll be about something that's around the band, a situation that's going on in the band. So it has to be authentic. So I think no matter what the music feels like, the lyrics are always going to be like, yeah, from the heart and about something meaningful.
Yeah, I think that's what sets you apart. Is you do have that like that pop dance kind of vibe, but you do still have like the authentic band thing going on as well. I think you've managed to find a way of melding those really, really well. I think that's what makes your stuff really interesting. And you probably talked to death about him, but we need to talk about Nile being on that track, because I'm sure, what is it, 11 years ago when he started out, he probably would never have thought you were getting legends just to drop a guitar track.
That was crazy, really. Like, so we wrote the song. We were writing up all night, and kind of wanted to write a part like that was like a Nile Rogers guitar part, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was even labeled in the studio Nile Rogers guitar part before he was even involved in the song. And then we wrote the song. We all in it. Everyone loved it, and in our sort of label and management and stuff. And then our manager just said, well, we might be able to get him to play on it. And we were like, yeah, all right, it's not going to happen. But they got into contact with him, sent him the tune, and he loved it. And I said, and then he called Sam.
He phoned me up one day, and I was like, he's like, hey, it's not. And I was like, fuck, like, what? And yeah, he was like, I love your track, man. What do you want me to do? And I was like, all right, first of all, remove all the guitars and do whatever you want, you know. And he was like, all right. And but then he was telling me stories about which guitars he was using and how he'd used them on David Bowie, and he was, you know, it was mental.
What would happen if what he sent you back wasn't what you wanted? Would you have dared to say anything?
Awkward.
That would have been awkward. No, it was going to be a classic. I mean, it's just so.
Yeah. So does that give you? Do you feel brave enough to ask other people now? Like you got Nile Rogers. So surely you can just get whoever you like now. Tommy York next.
Yeah,
actually true, isn't it? We should start doing that more. Because you know we got 100% strike rate on this. You know what I mean? So maybe
leave it at that then.
Yeah, we haven't actually considered that. I suppose it'll be when we write a song, we feel and we think if that comes into our heads about somebody else, we'll probably do it then. But we haven't since. So, but maybe it will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking about writing songs, what is your process to get to a song? How does it start?
We sort of we do a lot of stuff independently outside, you know, so we're kind of like always writing, every one of us. And then what we do is we then come together and we sit down and we play all our individual ideas, and everyone decides, oh, that one sounds cool, we like that. And then we then get together as a band, and then we build and develop those sort of basic ideas into songs.
So, yes, it's normally like the gas that'll be music, just like it'll be music, no melody or lyrics at that point. So then we'll listen to them, and whatever we kind of get a good vibe for, that we kind of we like, got a good feeling about, and then go away and write melodies and lyrics, and that's normally how they form.
Do you write on tour?
Not really, no.
Quite hard to on a tour bus because there's limited space. Sometimes we can do ideas, but
I think you get ideas. You get a lot of ideas. You know, I'll write lyric ideas and down and stuff. But I mean, in terms of actually writing, I think we've tried a few times, but it doesn't seem to work.
Bloody hell, it's hard work.
You got a lot of traveling coming up. What are you listening to on the bus?
Well, Ed's in our ear, our drummer. No, although we've actually just made we've done like a collaborative band playlist, haven't we, on Spotify?
Yeah.
So we've all put like 10 tracks each, and we're kind of it's a rolling playlist, so we're kind of taking songs out and putting new ones in every day.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all into some very different like music, aren't we? Really?
Yeah.
I'm just really into the War on Drugs new album at the moment. I'm listening to that quite a lot.
I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing though. It was pretty eclectic mix actually.
Pop, rock, funk, everything.
Yeah.
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 Is there any bands that you completely disagree on that like one person loves and the other person hates?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I love the Smiths, and these boys don't.
Yeah.
The Smiths?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. But
I don't
Yeah.
really, but I like the Smiths music. I'm not a big fan of Morrissey.
But in terms of, I think we every other band, like we might be more. Someone might be more into them than somebody else, but I think generally we kind of all agree with most bands.
Yeah, bands like Foals, we're
Yeah.
all like love them. You know, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's bands that we can all agree on that.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the everything mix, right? The remix.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, you are collaborating with people that you're fans of all the time. So the
Yeah.
door's wide open, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had quite a few cool people doing remixes. We had
There's been a few recently, isn't there? Yeah.
Joe Goddard, Hot Chip.
Yeah.
So if you could reach out to somebody to remix, who would you choose? Like you can dream big now.
We wanted to get Soulwax to do a remix. Thought that would be really cool, but
It nearly happened.
it
but
nearly
didn't.
happened,
It didn't.
but then it didn't in the end.
So maybe they will.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try again. Now we've got Nile Rogers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I might say yes now.
Maybe LCD sound system, maybe. That'd be a nice little remix, I think.
Yeah,
that would be.
into
Yeah,
that.
we do.
Yeah.
Well, that's a band that we love.
Yeah.
Well, band, him.
Yeah.
I want to ask each of you individually, and I'm not going to give you much time to think about it. What would you say is your favorite album of all time?
Nirvana, Nevermind.
Okay.
I can't answer it. It's just one album. It's impossible.
What's the first one that comes to mind?
I was thinking, Ryan Adams, New York. Is it called New York?
Gold.
That's it. Gold. Yeah.
No, probably like now 56 or something.
Nice. So the kind of bands that you mentioned, there's a lot of like indie guitar bands that you're mentioning. So that seems to be where that band streak comes from, even though you're doing the electronic pop style, but with a bit more substance, I would say.
I think that's probably a lot from our kind of, youth is a lot of the indie. And then later in life, we kind of got more into the electronic side, I would say.
Do the songs change much when you play them live?
Yeah.
They improve, I think.
Yeah. They do. It's got much more sort of power, I suppose, when we play live. Just is it?
We've added we started to add different parts and different sections in the live show, and the more we do when we do headline shows, you definitely want to.
They develop and evolve, don't they? And we kind of put in
Yeah.
extra sections or change the instrumentation slightly, but it's kind of when you write, I think when you write and record songs, you almost go into the studio too early. You kind of want to tour them for a month first, and then you kind of learn how they should sound, I suppose.
It's hard to do that though, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. It is hard to do.
But also the way that Spotify is and all that sort of stuff, you're writing these kind of 3-minute pop songs, and then when you go and play them live, you're like, oh, it's not got enough going on. So then you try and extend it, and could put in some bigger ends and do some stuff to just make it a bit more of an event. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you want to see a band and see the song verbatim, do you, live? You want to kind of see it with extra bits added and kind of more.
They can listen to the record, can't they? So.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I think with shows, for me anyway, you want to get a feel like you're seeing something in the moment rather than just like reproduced every night.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what makes a good show special.
Yeah.
Touching on that, what for you makes a good show special?
I think for me is crowd connection, like crowd participation a bit. Like when I've seen some bands in the past where they just literally hardly talk, don't really address the crowd and just play. Whereas I think when you go and see somebody who like really talks, not too much but enough, and gets the crowd involved, I think that for me is that creates that connection, which makes a great live performance.
You've got this tour, and then what happens next after that? Are you working towards another album or what?
Yeah.
we basically got another album's coming out next year, 100%. But we've written so many songs and sort of done so many EPs that we're kind of like
Done what's on it, yeah.
Not sure what's going to be on it yet. But that is the plan. So and we're hoping to come back out to the US in sort of February next year to do another tour. Fingers crossed.
And Canada, we have to say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you're going to be here next week. You're going to be at Beanfield Theatre, which has just changed its name. It was the Corona Theatre. A lot of people know it as the Corona Theatre. I don't know if it changed its name because of that pandemic that we just had, but it's now called the Beanfield Theatre. It's a really cool venue. I think it got voted second best venue in Montreal after another one that changed its name, which is kind of legendary. So you'll enjoy the venue. It's a really cool place to play.
Brilliant.
And we look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah,
can't wait.
We've never been to Montreal, so we're really looking forward to getting there.
Like, I am biased because I live here, but Montreal's a fucking cool city.
Yeah,
You'll love it. You'll love it. If you have some time to spend here, you'll definitely love it.
Wicked.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for the time and enjoy your travels.
Yeah, cheers.
Take care. See you later.
What am I